in towards Odegaard. Ravel, ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You live post-match for arguably one of the best performances at this level in 20-odd years. The Millers win 3-0 away at Middlesborough and probably deserved 6 or 7 more goals. Well, 6 in total, sorry. Unbelievable performance from one to the subs. We will take 20 minutes, half an hour to go through that. Get involved if you're watching on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. If you comment on the post or on Twitter, whatever, then we'll be able to put it in like Owen BO4. What a performance. Just a bit. Mick, just initial thoughts before we go into it a bit further.
Yeah, we're all right. Decent result, isn't it, you know? Oh, mate. Yeah. I mean, what can you say? It was outstanding performance, but I mean, putting the performance to one side just for 1 second, that as a result is absolutely massive for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive in my view. You know, I mean, it puts us, I don't know how many points. Is it 4 or 5 points clear of Wendy's with a game in hand?
4 points clear of them. We're 8 points clear of Wickham, who have now played the same games. We're 2 points off Derby with 2 games in hand and a better goal difference.
One of them's them as well. One of our games in hand is on them.
Well, it can't be, can it?
No,
we've got to play them. We've got to play them.
We've got to play them. Yeah, we've got the best goal difference. The next team that's got a better goal difference is Millwall in 16th. Our goal difference is only -6 now, which is results like this help. From minute one, Ben, we were just fantastic. It sort of felt like we were going to play well and not put it away, not put the chances away. But Crooks and Smith, they were just sublime.
Yeah, we've got a lot of comments. Got Ethan is Polish. What deserved win? Mark Gambles. I could be all night trying to go through these. Good luck picking a man at match.
Can I just
man at match? We'll come on to that. Go on.
Go on then, yeah. Go on. I don't think we need much. In my view, we don't need much luck picking the man of the match. In my view, but we'll come on to that. I'm sure
it's going to be an interesting topic. We'll come on to that though. But wow, okay. We've got Russ, IFC Bailey. I can't read for a minute then.
Can't read it all.
But what did you ask me, Matt?
A fantastic performance. Crooks and Smith linked up as good as the front two of linked up I've ever seen.
Smith was so good, honestly. Wow. Smith was ridiculous. It was.
I knew you were going to say it.
No, it was so good. It was so good, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unplayable, like you said, Matt, other day.
Other day?
Yeah, you said
tonight.
Other night.
Well, he went unplayable yesterday because he didn't play yesterday.
I didn't say yesterday, but
yeah. That's Smith's for me. I was thinking that's his best performance in a Rotherham shirt. That Mick. I know he scored, which is really, really good. He scored a penalty. Every time he touched ball, he had it under control. And then he looked up, he either put Crooks through or played it back to somebody else. He barely gave the ball away in the entire 90 minutes, Smith. It was so good.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, let's cut to chase straight away. Mark said we're going to have some problems picking man of the match. No way, not in my view. Michael Smith tonight was absolutely immense. Everything he did, everything he touched turned to gold. It was just, he was brilliant. I think you said it on text sometime during the game, Matt. I think you messaged me saying he was unplayable, and he was unplayable. And I accept that they had a young lad playing central defence with whoever it was that he were partnered up with. Who were a lot more experienced. Yeah, it was the Irish international. Yeah, they didn't have a chance. They had no chance against him. He was fantastic, outstanding. Michael Smith tonight.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Unbelievable. And the way him and Crooks, we talked about this about last time we were at Championship, that run-in when Crooks and Smith started linking up. Ben, they just got this link. Do you know what I mean? They just look like they're meant to play together.
You say Crooks and Lindsay or Crooks and Smith?
Crooks and Smith.
But they were ridiculous. They were like last season. Crooks didn't have best start to the season, but he's turned it around. He played. It was ridiculous. It was like he were against Everton. It was so good. Could have had 3 or 4 again, but.
Well, he goes through 1-on-1, misses 1-on-1, and then scores some edge box. I've been picking out at night. Sky.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. A few more comments. We've got loads here. We'll try and get through all. Crooks, Jake Kidd, Crooks 4 goals, 5 games. Smith 5 goals in 6 games. Deadly duo right now, and that's what's going to keep us up, Mick. It's an obviously stupid thing to say, but goals will keep you up, and we've not had that before.
It's what we've been searching for all season, and neither Smithy nor Crooks in that first probably third of the season, almost up until Christmas, really ticked either together or individually. But all of a sudden, something's happened, and boy, oh boy, are they clicking now. They're fantastic. It's great to see, and it's absolutely what we need. It will keep us up. There's no doubt about it. If we can keep them fit and keep them scoring, it will keep us up unquestionably. And look at the players we've got to come back.
Yeah.
So exactly. Outstanding.
Yeah. Carl Towris is a rampage. What the Millers. Will Daniels, this is a shout. Best performance from us at this level ever. The standard is set for the rest of the season. I can't think. I'll go to you first, but you're younger than us. But at the Championship level, the only performance that comes close to this one for me would be McDon's away. But McDon's were rubbish, and Middlesbrough were 8th in the league.
I can't really remember any. I think it probably is, to be honest. I can't remember any, but you know what I mean. I've only seen it at this level for I can only remember 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Right, fine, Mick, you go.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you when was a good performance. 30th of March 1965 at Ayresome Park. I do remember that game very, very well, as you lot have pointed out. I think I was precisely 7 days old when we won that game. So that's another monkey off our back, isn't it? Yeah. It was. I can't think of as good a performance, but we've had that performance in us all season, and that's been the frustrating thing up to now. You know, I think the vast majority of us as supporters feel that performance has been there. It's been in the team. It's been, but we've just not been able to get it out on the pitch, and we've done it tonight in spades, in buckets, haven't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Callum Gibson, fantastic win, massive 3 points, and a massive well done for Giles on his debut. Why not talk about him now, Ben? As soon as he came on, forget about the goal. As soon as he came on, that first touch he had, where he just sort of knocked it into space and ran onto it. Well, I liked it.
He looked rapid. He looked rapid, didn't he? He looks ridiculous. He looks like a great young kid as well. How old is he? He's 21.
With wife and says, is he 12?
Yeah.
He was 21 yesterday, weren't he? I think is what you said. He signed it. It was ridiculous. He looked like he whip a ball in. But his goal were good finish. Got a bit lucky with it. Wiles stiffed him up a little bit, but he made up for it with a finish. He looks like he could be a good player for this season.
Yeah, definitely.
Very much so. Ethan is Polish. So that is the best I've seen Smithy play for Rotherham. 100%. He had everything to his game tonight. Bettinelli had to pull off a fantastic save right on half time to stop him getting a header in, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
Mark Gamble's Ben, this one's for you. Give Olasunde a contract now, whatever it takes. Give him the company Vauxhall Astra. Just do it.
I agree. I agree. Massively, I agree. He was ridiculous. He was ridiculous today as well. He was another one. Not so much in the second half, but first half, he was ridiculous.
He was outstanding. A commentator picked him out, didn't he, saying how good he were, and we were. Fantastic. Darren Thompson up the Millers. Tet and Shaz Johnson Highlights, brilliant performance. Gav Grundy up the Millers. Darren Thompson, another shout for man of the match, which I think is a fair shout. I don't think it's going to. You can't convince me, but it's a fair shout saying that Jamie Lindsay was fantastic tonight, Mick. Again,
yeah, he was. That was a typical Jamie Lindsay performance, wasn't it? He just ran himself into the ground. He was there every time a midfielder turned around. They were in the face. I think he was very unlucky not to get a couple of free kicks off the referee, but we'll come on to Mr. Salisbury in a minute. I'm happy to talk about him all night, but I think we've got better things to talk about. He was outstanding again, weren't he, Jamie Lindsay? As always, it's just what you expect now, really. So, one for Oliver Rowe, what a win. Agree, Smith was unbelievable, and Crooks look so dangerous up front now. And they do. We've talked about that, haven't we? Use your comment here as well, Ben, about Ryan Giles looking rapid. I mean, that first touch, like you said there, Matt, it was just like, take it, Mick, weren't it? Just literally take it, Mick. See you, mate. See you later.
Yeah. Smith on a different level. If Will Sherwood, if him and Crooks get 10, then I think what you're trying to say is we will be well safe. And I couldn't agree more. Smith's nearly his complete total from last time at Championship. I think got 8. Yeah. I think now he's got 5 or 6. Crooks has already surpassed that, even though they don't have a season last time. They just look comfortable and confident together. It's fantastic. Will Daniels would love to see the winner of a race between Chio and Giles in a 100-metre race.
Why are you jumping that, Mick?
I'm very rapid over 100 metres.
20 metres at the start.
For a fat lad.
Yeah. It looks rapid, and that's something that Harden had a very good game at left wing back today. I thought he played really, really well. Yeah. But he hasn't got that instant burst of pace, and he's not left-footed, obviously. No. It's just something different. It gives us an option, whereas at the minute before this, we haven't really got an option to change the game or do something.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? That's absolutely the key to these next few games now. We've got an option there. We've got an option on the right side with Chio. We've got an option just about anywhere across the middle of the park with Sadler coming back. Straight away, we're starting to look a lot more dangerous and a lot more likely to get out of the situation that we're in now. So, yeah.
It's Guesty from YouTube. Up the Miller's great performance. Russ Bailey again. You rely on yourselves and nobody else, and done ourselves a massive favour tonight. We've shown we have it in us. Absolutely. We talk a lot about the referees' performances, which we will come on to, and things like which have cost us points in past, but it's down to us. And 2 years ago, we don't win that game. I remember we played Middlesbrough last time in Championship and drew 0-0 when we should have won a couple of goals to 0. Yeah. That's now the difference between the teams.
It's interesting. It's interesting you said that sometime in the first half, maybe, 5 or 10 minutes in. They're a bit of a scramble in our box. The ball hits Wes Harding flush in the face. 6 weeks ago, that goes in back at net. You know what I mean? Every season that we've had so far in the Championship, that goes in the back of the net. Tonight, it doesn't. We defend it well and we get it away. Defensively, we've been absolutely massive tonight. All 3 of them across that back 3 have been absolutely outstanding. And of course, Richard Wood as Mr. Assombalonga in his back pocket again.
Just
every time.
Yeah. You were brilliant. So, on to Liam Bates. Will Ogbene get in the side at the minute if he was fit? It's a good question, Ben. We might need more time to discuss that. It might be a little lengthy chat.
Might be a podcast one, but
it's a very good question.
Think about it quickly. It depends what formation he wants to play. Obviously, he hasn't brought anyone in. He's let Vasco, who's a striker. So my thought is he don't want to play up top because we haven't brought anyone else in yet. He's brought a left wing back in. So it's going to be interesting to see where Chio fits in because he can't bench him. He's one of the best players in the team. Look at He's one of the best players in the squad. So you can't really bench him. I know he's been out injured 6 months and that, but he's one of the best players in the squad. You can't go to waste So I think that's probably want to discuss on the podcast. I could speak about that all night.
Yeah, we could actually.
Certainly a topic for this weekend's podcast.
It's got to be. There's a few if buts and maybes in that one.
Yeah, Russ Bailey says that was better than 6-0 Millwall away.
And Byfield.
Darren Byfield, actually, but I do recall from that day that we were gifted a couple of goals by their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But still, this has got to be in the same bracket as that. Russ thinks it's better. It's certainly in the same bracket as that. Will Sherwood mentions there's something we've been talking about all season. You've got to follow this up with another positive result on Saturday, and then we've got a massive game with Derby next week.
3 wins in a row now as well. I don't think we've mentioned that.
No, 3 unbeaten in the league. One beat Derby, drew with Stoke, beat these.
Yeah, that's good, that, isn't it?
But 7 goals in 3 games. We're starting to get that.
Only conceded 1 as well.
No,
Only conceded 1.
Because it's 3. They conceded 3 to Stoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that don't count.
Yeah. Well, 3 games, 2 clean sheets.
Yeah,
I know we considered 3 in one of those games, but 2 clean sheets is fantastic.
I shall enjoy scrolling through Facebook after we've done here to look at everybody calling out Blackman to say how crap he were, because he was outstanding tonight, absolutely outstanding. Some really, really brave decisions that he made and then carried them out. You know, I mean, excellent goalkeeping from Jamal Blackman tonight. Really impressed with him. One from John Sear about Swansea this weekend. Carl Norton sent off tonight. That's happy. That's it. That's good. That's good. Bear in mind, I mean, looking forward to Saturday. We'll do that on the podcast when that comes out. I think Friday morning. Go look at the way that Swansea were when we played them down at their place on a ploughed field. They were garbage. And I said this about Stoke, didn't I? So I'm not going to. Let's move on, shall we? I'm not going to tempt any fate.
On Blackman, I thought Blackman was fantastic tonight. They pulled off a particularly good save late on. But if you compare him to Bettinelli, who was in goal, if you think that Jamal Blackman's kicking's bad, Bettinelli is a former Premier League keeper.
Really?
Yeah. Blackman was so much better compared to their keeper. Let's forget about his previous performances. He was the better of the 2 keepers comfortably tonight. And that's what you got to sort of judge yourselves in a game.
Can we go back to the Chris Millward comment about if it was smudge man at match, but it could have been the most of them tonight. Great team performance. Does the Matter Sunday fan club agree? Well, I'm not the whole fan club, am I? I'm just the president.
You're the president.
I agree.
How many members are there now?
I might be the whole fan club. I don't know. But no, I agree. It was ridiculous tonight. But we'll speak about man at match later, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Chris Wright, great result. Had a good feeling tonight. Let the rest take notice. Absolutely. Piggies have lost tonight 2-0 to Coventry. We could have done with a draw. It's about trying to get those back, get those that are down there further down.
Yeah, and it is. It's trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Really, put them behind you, further behind, and also drag a few more into it. Would have been nice to drag Coventry into it, but we've still got 2 or 3 games in hand to them as well. So, Derby is the first port of call for us, isn't it? You know, that's the first thing that we've got to look at.
What you mean on
our way up, as Carl has said, because that is the only way. On tonight's performance, seriously, that is the only way we're going. So we've shown that we can do it. We've known. I think I've always known. I felt this season that we've had this performance in us, and boy, has it come out tonight. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff tonight. Chris Nichols has got up at 3:00 in the morning in Australia to watch that. I'm really glad it was worth it for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it could have been 5. That save on Bettinelli from Smith Header late on. Crooks 1-on-1 with keeper. There should have been a penalty on Crooks as well. Crooks could have had 2 penalties.
Oh, come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. You texted after and you were like, should have been a red card. Come on.
It could have been a red card.
Come on. That's not a foul. He jumped in.
What I would say is,
like he's been shot.
What I would say is that there was definitely a penalty on Hurst in that second half.
Yeah, it was out that area. From
was it? Well, all right. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Send it off then. It's a clear goal scoring opportunity. Ball's coming across box and he's just stuck his legs. You know what I mean? Yeah. But having said that, as we know against when we played Derby, that don't count, does it? So, So anyway.
Yeah. What else have we got? Callum Gibson, 100% agree with on Blackman. Made some great saves and looks more comfortable since coming back from injury. But then Mark Gamble's also puts Ari Blackman really good, apart from him and Wood wanting to put everybody on blood pressure.
What Woody doing? Woody's chasing back. He looks up, looks where the goalkeeper is, and then puts it past him.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he had a bit of a rush of blood and thought he was at the other end or what. I don't know, but that were a bit iffy. I did have a bit of a. I did skip a beat at that point. But,
Ethan is Polish. Barles and Joseph soon ill might be back on Saturday. Paul Davis just tweeted. Paul Davis has tweeted that they are both ill, but one did not elaborate. So you don't know what it's going to be. It don't really matter what it's going to be. The best thing, one of the biggest positives, not the biggest positive, but something that is important is we didn't really miss Barles tonight. And to say we didn't miss him is unbelievable.
Sean McDonald had a quiet game. He appeared to have a quiet game, but he just got on with his job really, really well. I thought he had a really good game considering he's been out for so long. But you can tell he's a class act, a little bit of experience in there. Maybe we won't miss him. I don't know. We'll have to see.
There was that moment in the second half where the ball was just coming backwards and forwards between us and them, and it was just Sean McDonald winning ball again. And winning ball again. Back. I think that's what it gives you.
Absolutely.
You could see he needed to come off, though. You could see him tiring towards end. So hopefully Barles is back, because if it's a very short break between Wednesday to Saturday in terms of next time. Chris Nichols is buzzing, as it should be. Jimmy Hamilton, something's clicked, it's working, and what a fantastic all-round performance by the lads. Long may it continue. The turning point for me, Ben, Jamie's absolutely right, something clicked in the Everton game. Something just happened, and they just thought, right, sod this, we're going to have a go at these. And it feels like the players have found the confidence, have sort of found the footballing voice to say, we are good enough at this level, we're going to do this.
I think the Everton game was a big turning point for us, because we put them under pressure that I've never seen them under pressure before. Not even by, like Liverpool. Maybe Liverpool, but you know what I mean? I hadn't seen them under pressure by anyone apart from Liverpool. Like, we put them under pressure. They really didn't know what to do. We pushed them 90 minutes. They had to bring on Doucouré. The only person that didn't play, I think, were Calvert-Lewin. That game was... And Richarlison. Richarlison's but whatever.
Well, look what they did to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. We didn't have James Rodriguez playing for him.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Always. If we were to say he's world class, just a little bit.
That's what I mean. That was a turning point for us. We played well ever since. I think that was a big confidence boost for us. We said definitely. All we needed to do was play well in that game and to turn around, and look what's happened. So I agree with you.
Warren's been saying basically all season, I just want the lads to believe in themselves, and Warney believes in them, and they're starting to do it. It's very clear they're starting to do it. It's guessed the unsung hero for Ben Wiles tonight for me. I thought Wiles was a good game. I don't think it was at his best, but I think it gave the ball away a couple of times, but his off the ball stuff was superb. These are minor. This is a minor critique, is that it sort of gave it once or twice a bit too much, but other than that, it was superb. So that's maybe really quick. Chris Nichols, no weak links tonight, all excellent. I think that's a fair point. Even subs that came on. Who came on? Clark Robertson, Giles, and one other. Hurst.
I thought Hurst had a decent game when he came on. I thought he played well.
He should have had a goal. The part that if he wasn't fouled, then he's thrown goal. There's nobody there.
Absolutely.
And that came for Smith being amazing again.
He did. Yeah.
Murren 1978 from Twitter, 3 away wins, and it's not even February. Fantastic.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. As he said in commentary, it's the first time we've got back-to-back away wins since Warnock were in charge.
Yeah.
In the championship, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ethan Polish, we missed Barles' free kicks and set pieces. Yeah, I agree with that today. They weren't as good. I don't think we didn't feel we had as many today, corners and whatnot. But they weren't quite as good from Lindsay, which is unfortunate. Carl Tarish, we will stay up and just build on next season. And Stephen Gauntley, a good win tonight, up the Millers. Mick, referee, Mr. Salisbury, I thought he had a horrendous game.
Where do I start? Yeah, he was crap, wasn't he? He seemed absolutely determined that he was going to break play up. I don't know whether he felt like whether he's a frustrated midfielder. I don't know, but he was just going to break play up, weren't he, all the game, and he weren't even consistent in the way he did that. I just thought it was poor, really poor, and he bottled a couple of big decisions for me, particularly the Hurst one. I'm not with you. I don't think that Crooksy one was a foul, a penalty. I don't think it was a foul to them either. In fact, it clearly wasn't. It were two players on shoulder to shoulder. But the Hursty one, he bottled. Clearly, he bottled because it was going to be a red card. It had to be a red card for me, anyway. I thought it was an area, if I'm honest. But either way, how he can not give anything for that is just it's spineless. I thought it was poor. But having said that, I've not seen a particularly good referee in the Championship, and I have seen some dog awful ones. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Thomas Woodcock. What do we think of the performance tonight, lads? I'd give it 12 out of 10 performances-wise. It's well up there. It's as good a performance as I can remember in this time at Championship, and even under Ronnie. We had some fantastic performances, but this has got to be well up there with any of those performances. Obviously, Mick remembers the early 80s more than we were there. 6-0 to Chelsea obviously springs to mind as well. But we're in the performance-wise, it's in that bracket for me. Anyone else?
No, I mean it's all right. It's all right. I mean, you go back to, and let's again we
maybe the Chelsea one.
Yeah. I mean, it's
how long ago did Chelsea won?
It's something to build on.
80.
It's something to build on, isn't it? For me, in terms of actual footballing ability, this team, the squad we've got here is probably better. But there's a lot more to it than just being able to kick a football, you know what I mean, or do 50,000 kick-ups or whatever. It's a good performance. It's a great performance. It's something we've got to build on now, though. Yeah. Definitely got to build on this.
Yeah, this can't be the end of it. It's got to be the start of it. Chris Millward is absolutely bang on. The more Hurst can learn from Smith, the better. It was nice to not see Smith leave the field today, as nobody else can defend like him from the front. I thought Hurst played well when he came on, Ben. But something you notice instantly is he doesn't press as high and as hard as Smith does.
Smith is just like you said, defends from front so well. I remember, I think it was there, a corner or whatever the case was. And they won the counter attack, and their player was offside, and Blackman had to come out and do stuff, and Smith on replay sprinting back from halfway line to try and block that off. So I agree. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Hurst runs, but just not.
He's a kid. He's a kid, isn't he? Let's be fair. He is a kid. Whichever way you look at it, and he's got to get the experience, which is why Leicester are loaning him out. Clearly, Leicester sees something in him. We haven't seen that yet. He has to learn.
Yeah,
I think he's done all right tonight. Whether we should be keeping him is another matter in it. But again, that's a conversation for another day. I think he did all right tonight. So
Carl Towers will sort of finish on this one. The penalty we did get, Mick, I'm not convinced it was a penalty. He could kick the ball away as hard as he could and manufactured the contact.
I think you might be right. You might be right. I'm not going to complain. It's very rare we get them. Ben, what do you think?
I don't. You know what I think. I don't think it was a penalty. I don't think it was a penalty. I think there was very minimal contact. I think, but I haven't seen the replay properly.
Yeah,
so I wasn't watching the proper thing. But it's like, I don't know. It didn't look like one, but it was. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't, but it was, because if he don't move his leg, his leg snapped.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
so it is a foul. But
according to Warnock, it was also offside. Paul Davis just tweeted that apparently it was that Icky was offside for that as well.
I feel bad for Warnock when it comes to offside, because he's been stiffed for so many years by referees.
You're just going back to that one at Chelsea, aren't you?
But they do not like it, because that one at Chelsea really annoyed me. Because it's what sent them down.
I don't know. Get over it, mate.
Yeah.
Warnock, I feel bad for him. He's going to have an heart attack.
On the penalty, I'm going to steal from Paul Davis's tweets again. According to Matt Crooks, it was a blatant penalty. No, it's got one. Blatant penalty on Crooks.
To be fair, Matt Crooks has not got an agenda anywhere there, has he? You know what I mean? He'll tell it as it is.
Yeah. Carl Scott, probably the best performance in the Championship since 6-0 to a man. We were faultless, 100%. And finally, we'll wrap it up. We've done half an hour now. We've got to save some material for a podcast, haven't we? So,
yeah.
Chris Millward makes up for the one that got given against Blackman early on the season.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Comes around, doesn't it?
Exactly. So we're going to end it there. I hope you all enjoy this win as much as we have. It's a fantastic win, but like I say, hopefully it's just a start point for the rest of the season. If you've enjoyed this and you don't listen to the podcast, give us a go on iTunes, Spotify, just the Rotherham United podcast, wherever you get it. It'll be out Friday morning, which will review this game, but we'll also be looking ahead to Saturday against Swansea, who only drew tonight. They only picked up a point against Brentford. But they're chasing for automatic promotion. It's a big game for both teams on Saturday. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There'll be another couple of videos coming out in the next few days about one thing or another, about the formations, who should play, just 5-minute YouTube stuff that'll be on there. Mick, anything else?
No, that's it. I'm happy. I'm just going to go to bed happy now.
While you're on, Mick's finishing off his Run for Prostate Cancer UK. It's pinned on our Facebook page. If anybody can donate to that cause, which is obviously a fantastic cause, have a look on there if you can donate anything, brilliant. If not, don't worry about it.
Share it to somebody who can, if you can. We're 20 quid shy of our target, so a couple of quid for a fat lad to run 26 miles, which I've nearly done. And that's me.
23, aren't you? So.
23 miles, yeah, for Prostate Cancer UK. So get yourselves over to Facebook if you've got any money. If you, even if it's only 10 bob.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, thank you, Mick. Thank you, Ben. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys tomorrow to record for the podcast. And we'll see. We'll do the same again on Saturday. We'll do a pre-match and a post-match, same way, and so get involved with those as well. Thank you for watching, listening, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Cheers for listening, guys.
Cheers, bye.